Morning. It is Vlogmas day 15, and this is the morning that we have our Christmas Bellagio breakfast. So it's the buffet this morning, and it's a really good buffet. So this is when I'm going to be having most of my points, probably, maybe not. So let me see if I can make some good choices. I'm going to see. I know they usually have seafood, so seafood for breakfast isn't like, but wish me luck. Okay, so there was no seafood, so I had to make other decisions, and I counted on eggs to do that. I did not eat that muffin, and that is a turkey sausage in front. And then here I'll explain all the other stuff that I chose. And the desserts, and I did not eat all of these either. Okay, so I'm editing on the next day here, and wanted to talk about the buffet a little bit. The buffet was really good, but I see that they've cut back a little bit. I didn't find any seafood there at all, which was really odd to me. They usually, during the holiday season in the morning, have a fantastic brunch. Still good, but I noticed a lot of cutbacks. They put in a beverage station. Some of the desserts were not up to their usual standard. In the evening, I know that they have a spectacular buffet with seafood, so I'm not quite sure what's happening with that. But in any case, I needed to make an alternate plan since there was no seafood. So I found that in the eggs, since eggs are free on Weight Watchers Freestyle. And one of the biggest tricks I think that I've caught on to lately at the buffets is that if I want to find a poached egg, I go to the Eggs Benedict. I just take them off of those English muffins. I never eat those English muffins. And if you want to eat the hollandaise sauce, sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't, sometimes I scrape it off. But it's really good, and I don't usually get more than a teaspoon on each poached egg anyway, which I count a point for. So then that would be a point. Because, what's interesting is that hollandaise sauce with the egg coupled with that little teeny tiny slice of the ham can taste a lot. For some reason it's very reminiscent of crab leg, and so I liked it. But anyway, I had two of those, only one of the hams, and then what else did I do? Oh, and I had some scrambled egg. So all those were 0. In all, I had like 3 eggs. The salad was great. Counted a point for the balsamic vinegar. And then that turkey sausage was a little bigger than the ones that you get in the store. So I counted like 2 turkey sausage links for that. And then the biggest thing that I really liked there was from the dessert table, and that was the toffee cake. And that toffee cake was really good, but I ended up splitting that one serving with everybody basically because it was so good that first taste that I just cut a piece off for everybody. And then I ended up having like, I counted a 1/4 cup, but that's kind of liberal. I probably had like 2 tablespoons of it. But anyway, it was really great. So I wanted to be, count over on my points rather than count under. The sugar-free muffin was a lemon poppy seed muffin, and it was like, it was okay. So I ate like 1/8 of the top portion of it, and I just didn't feel like wasting any more points on it. So I stopped. The donut that you saw, I actually just gave that to Walt because one of the kids took his donuts, so I just handed him mine. So I didn't eat it. And then what else? Oh, the key lime pie, which was like super small, was really good. But what I love about their portion sizes at the buffet is that with the desserts, you can literally eat only like a tablespoon and have the dessert and have that taste, but not have all the points. And so you end up having like 1 or 2 points per dessert because it's all you really have, and so that's what's really wonderful. And it seems more daunting than I thought it was going to be. Much more daunting, but I really have come a long way on reducing the portion sizes to fit my goals, and I think that's huge. I still want that taste, I want the flavor, but I don't want to lay on the couch sideways, unable to move. That's really not what I'm looking for. So and I can do this at the buffets. But anyway, one of the biggest things that I realized was, number one, did I have my apple? No, I forgot my apple before I went down there. So what I did was I realized the eggs. Sorry, I just got a phone call. All right, so about the eggs, I felt like the eggs kind of stood in for the apples because they're also a whole food, and they are very satiating, a lot of protein. They're free on Weight Watchers. At the beginning of the meal with a salad, and the salad was another wonderful kicker because of the fiber. The eggs actually shut down my appetite to have so much more. So I didn't go looking for the pizza. I didn't go looking for more and more and more sweets from the dessert table. It really got shut down fairly quickly, and it was almost a bummer because I couldn't, like, you know, and if I was there to stuff myself at a buffet, I would have been very upset because I just wasn't hungry anymore. But for me, I was celebrating because I was like, yay, this is great. You know, I didn't go hog wild, and I had enough points to finish out the rest of the day very reasonably. So anyway, just wanted to talk to you about that. All right, so we love coming here every year. We had a really good time, and the master gardener here is a longtime friend of ours. He's giving some lessons here to everybody about how all this is created. It's just they've done a really, really beautiful job. Greens to the neighbor, so they seem to like the kale, so they're a really wonderful recipient. Look what I forgot to have on all morning. My Fitbit. I'm so upset. Lunch here. Now I have to stay a little lower on my points for the rest of the day. So I like faux soup, excuse me, but I do not like having to deal with the noodles and the extra points that come with them. So I made some zucchini noodles. I've got mushrooms, I had some broccoli and purple onions in here, and I have 2 cups of this chicken stock. It's unsalted, so 1 cup is coming up as 1 point. I have 2 cups, so I have 1 point's worth according to the tracker. Now, I think that unsalted broth is all 0 points, but this is stock, so I'm not sure if that's why it's coming up as a little bit more. If somebody knows, let me know if I need to count it as 0. Otherwise, I'm just going to count it as a 1 point. And then I have the Tyson's Grilled and Ready Chicken Breast. That's 1. And so that's 0 points. For that, I'm also going to use some of this mixed vegetables from Walmart, from Great Value here, and it was coming up as points, but after talking to everybody, I'm pretty much, the consensus is to go with 0 on this. There's no sugar or salt added either, so it's just veggies. So this is going to be my faux lunch, and with my zucchini noodles, and I'm just gonna I think I'm just going to enjoy it. 1 point. I got to show you this. I'm going to add in some of this. It's a salt-free Chinese 5-spice blend, and this is just going to make it really flavorful. It's going to add a little umph to it, so I'm just going to kind of add a little bit of that and let the spices kind of cook a little bit. I don't want this overly cooked, so I'm just going to lower this. I had that apple, and I haven't had dinner yet, but we're on our way to Ethel M. Cactus Garden. They deck it out in Christmas lights every year, and so we just kind of like try to make it a tradition to stop by sometime and walk through the lights. It's really pretty, so probably get something to eat before or after. I was kind of thinking that I would get something at home, but we went to Savers, my favorite thrift store, for a few things, and it took us a little longer than I thought it would. So now and we're on the road now, so I got to find something to eat. And I think I have like 5 points left. And you know, of course, I know I can go like 5 over and still get my blue dot, but that would be like 10, so that would be workable. It's not too bad. All right, see you in a bit. All right, we walked into a Mexican restaurant, and my husband wanted to take their kids here. Went to Roberto's, and we're gonna split a bean burrito and a breakfast burrito, and I have enough points to have some of each of them, so I'm going to break it down. I think if I have a third of each, I'm okay with points. Okay, so it's about 10 o'clock at night, and we just got back, and it's colder now than it's been the last couple of nights. The one thing, I'm like completely exhausted. One thing I don't want to do is get on the treadmill right now. I really don't want to, but the reason why I'm doing it is because I made a commitment to the group that I'm in to do a mile every day running throughout the holidays, and I made a commitment to myself, and I really need to honor that, you know. And I think that if I didn't do it, it would hurt me more not to honor that than it would to be out here in the cold and to do this. You know, it's only a mile. It's not a big deal. So that's why I'm out here. I made a commitment to myself and to other people that have been a wonderful, wonderful support group. And so I want to be there to honor them and to do my part in this.